everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Sister to Sister Connection Talk Show. Twonta and myself we host this show every single Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Twanta's going to be on in just a minute. She's running just a little bit behind, but I'm popping in to do the introductions, to chat with you guys about what's going on for tonight's show, and to also give you guys the opportunity to shout yourself out in the comments. So as you guys are rolling on in, say hello. Let us know where you're watching and tuning in from. We have an amazing topic to discuss with each and every one of you guys tonight. Therese, if you could do me a quick favor, I have to do something real fast. Add the intro to give us like a quick 30-second intro so that way I can be right back, okay? Add the intro right now, love. There's so much going on today in my house, and just when I said I need to take a quick break, somebody's running the vacuum right now. So I apologize if y'all hear a lot of noise in the background. So hello, everybody. Thank you so much once again joining us again for another show. We have an amazing topic to discuss about tonight. But before we jump into that, I want to do a little bit of a housekeeping. Number one, we have our self-care event coming up. I'm so excited. Many of you guys have already signed up for it. If you haven't done so already, Therese will be putting, our show producer, Therese, will be putting the link for you to sign up for our awesome and amazing self-care event. We do a self-care event every single month. During that event, you get the opportunity to join in with us on a private, super duper private virtual event. We don't record or anything like that. We do some self-care tips. We actually mail you guys some products. And also we talk about particular self-care topic that we include each and every one of you in. So if you haven't signed up for our self-care event, it's called Coffee and Cream. Oh, I love that topic, ladies. It's called Coffee and Cream. It's on November 9th. We're going to kick it off at 11 a.m. Eastern. And the event only costs $20. So if you're going to bring yourself, also bring a sister friend as well, because we would love to have them, okay? Now, the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is our amazing community, okay? We do have a private community on Facebook. We call it the Sister to Sister Connection Tribe. We would love for each and every one of you to join us within this tribe. All you have to do is head on over to bit.ly/Sister to Sister Connection. All right, so let's jump into this topic, guys. We have such an amazing topic tonight. We're about to put the title on the screen, but before we do that, make sure you guys share this broadcast out. Invite, tag, join people in on the conversation, because this is something that everyone needs to hear. Okay, this is something. And Twonta just messaged me. She says she is on her way. Yes, she is on her way. So I'm going to give her some time to hop on, because she's always, as always, she's always explains to you guys what the particular topic for tonight is about. I want to talk about also something real quick. Every week, Twonta and I meet about the show. We have a weekly planning meeting for this show where we talk about different topics we want to discuss, different things that we want to do for you guys. And one of the things that we're going to start, because we're in season 8 right now, right? One of the things that we're going to start in season 9 of the show is that we're going to be adding in a segment called what do you have going on? And basically what that segment is Twonta and I are going to be sharing with you guys different things that we have going on, because Twonta has businesses, I have businesses, and those of you who would like to be a co-host on the show, we would love to invite you as well. And towards the end of the show, you can let our audience know what you have going on as well. We also, in a later year, probably mid-2023, we definitely want to host a summit. We're playing that out right now, whether or not we want to do it virtual, in person, or both, right? Because the world is so much different now. So we'll definitely give you guys some updates on that. We're definitely going to give you guys some updates on that very, very soon. So again, the topic tonight is amazing. Okay. We're going to put that up on the screen again. It's called Yet I Will. Now, this topic resonates with me so much because as a mother of 5 children, as a wife, right, there's so many distractions that comes up, right? There's so many challenges that comes in our way. It's easy for us to stop things that we want to do. It's easy for us to not necessarily stop, but more importantly, sometimes we put everything and everyone over ourselves, right? And not to say that there's anything wrong with that, because we are called to serve, but we also are called to work in our assignment of the vision that we want to work in. So with that being said, as I just mentioned before, there's always all these challenges and these obstacles, and we still have to tell ourselves, yet I will. Yet I will be successful. Yet I will persevere. Yet I will work through my tiredness, my weariness, my worrying, my procrastination, my laziness, all these different things that we have to work through so that we can work towards our goal. Okay. So I want you guys down below to really think about and put in the chat, even if you're watching this on a replay, some of the challenges that you are facing right now, but you're telling yourself, yet I will. Yet I will still continue on and keep going and going and going. So let's jump into the conversation, guys. And we want to give you guys our first tip. We always give you guys some awesome tips on all of our shows because we want you guys to walk away with something of value. We want you guys to walk away knowing that you can accomplish so much in your life and also in your business. And we also want you guys to know that you are 100% supported. All right. So the first tip is not block myself from growing. How many of you guys have been blocking yourself from growing? How many of you guys have been blocking yourself from pushing yourself forward? Right? How many times have you been blocking yourself from your greatness? And I could really identify with that because I know for some of you guys, you may be blocking yourself because you may have not tried new things before. You may feel like you are stepping outside of your comfort zone. You may be feeling afraid, or you may be feeling like you're afraid of what people are going to say, right? You're going to be afraid of failing, right? Failing is not always a good feeling. But you know what? The awesome things about failing, if you fell forward, meaning that if you learned something, right, from whatever it is that you have gone through, or you have not been successful at or accomplished for the time being, don't block yourself from that learning, process because you don't want to revisit that feeling or that emotion again. So don't block yourself from growing. Okay. I understand the whole aspect of establishing boundaries to protect your heart, to protect your mental health and things like that. But don't block yourself from going to that next step. Right? Don't block yourself from getting around people and individuals that's going to make you a higher version of yourself. How many of you guys have blocked yourself from something? Okay. How many of you guys have said, I'm not even going to try, right? Because you're afraid that things are not going to work out. So you block yourself because of the unknown, right? You block yourself because of the unknown. You don't want to even dabble in that feeling because maybe you have seen other people go through trials and tribulations with that particular thing that you want to do that's going to help you to grow, right? That blocking ourselves is real. I feel like with the whole pandemic, everything that has gone, hey, girl, how you doing?
Hey, everybody.
You are on, honey. Yes, girl. So this is my amazing, beautiful co-host, Miss Twonta Davis Jones, baby. She has entered the building. Yes.
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing?
Yeah. Yeah. So we just started talking about the blockage, if you will, right? It's sort of like a pipe, right? Or your faucet, right? You've been using it for a certain period of time, and all of a sudden you notice that the water ain't going down that fast. It's being blocked, you know? It's being blocked. And sometimes we do that with ourselves. We block ourselves from growing. We block ourselves from draining out things or processing things or healing, right? So I was talking a lot about that and telling them that, sometimes we block ourselves because of fear. We don't want to fail. We don't want to step outside of our comfort zone. We don't want to put ourselves out there. It's like getting out on the dance floor. If no one's out on the dance floor, you're like, oh, I'm going to wait till people start dancing before you start going on the dance floor because we don't want all eyes on
Mhm.
ourselves. But when you get out there, you want to just have fun, right? You're blocking yourself from an experience of having a great time. Don't fall bondage to other people. But yes, hey, LaShawn, how are you doing, beautiful? So go ahead, Twonta, state your real perspective, love.
Yeah, so yeah, as you guys know, this is I'm pretty sure Letitia had already gave you guys the introduction of Yet I
Mm-hmm.
Will. And yeah, we talked yesterday in our meeting about how this should be like a wake-up call, motivational, inspirational kind of conversation, because again, a lot of us ladies are still stuck in time. A lot of us are dealing with a lot of heavy load of issues, and in spite of where we are in our trials and tribulations, yet I will, not block myself from growing. I will still continue to go and grow. I will still continue to fight on. I will still continue to do what I've been called and created to do, even though I'm in pain emotionally, mentally, physically, or what have you. Even though I don't have a job right now, the funds are funny. Even though I've been broken, I'm still healing from that betrayal or from that bad divorce, from the death of my loved one, or whatever it is that you're currently going through. That yet I will. It's about a declaration. That's basically what this is all about. It's a declaration for you as a person, as a woman of Christ. You got to remind yourself who God says you are, right? And it's important. So and here's the thing: the trials and tribulations are not to block you anyway. They're more about developing you and building you stronger than where you are. The only person that's blocking you is you, right? We stop ourselves from growing. We stop ourselves from seeing the other side of what God has for us, because we allow our financial problems, our relationship problems, or whatever to dominate in our head, telling us that we're not equipped enough, we're not capable, we're not qualified, or whatever it is. And we all been there, done that, and we're still fighting that every day. Every day is a choice to make. Every day is a decision to make. And even in that day, you still got to make multiple choices, right? Because the enemy's still going to continue to tap in your head and tell you things that you're not this, you're not that, you're too old you're too old, you're older, and all these crazy things, right? And so, yeah, you have to make this declaration in spite of what all is going on, in spite of the hell that I'm in, but you're going through that hell. Yet
Yeah.
I will not block myself from
Mm-hmm.
growing, from learning, from receiving, receiving
Mm-hmm.
positive affirmations, or receiving positive words from people that truly see something in me that I have not seen yet.
Mm-hmm.
But there's people in my life that saw something in me that I didn't see at the time, because
Oh yes.
I was so caught up in my own insecurities,
Amen.
and I think, and that was in my 20s.
Yeah.
That was in my 20s, and I'm in my 50s now. But there are a lot of women that in their 50s are in that same situation now. You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
there's people that may not even be in your life anymore. They have since passed on. But you remember in that conversation years ago that they told you that, hey, um, there's something great about you. Hey girl, how you doing, Keitha?
Yeah, Keisha, we see
You
you,
know,
sis. We see you.
like there's something special about you. You're a powerful woman, this, that, that, but yet you don't feel powerful. You don't see
Mm-hmm.
yourself powerful, because that pain or that weight, that pressure, um it's just pouring on you, and you want
Mm-hmm.
to give up. You want to give up on yourself. You want to give up on life. You want to give up on all this stuff. But and here it is, you look back over your life, you're like, wow, I did make it, you know. And that should be a lesson learned. That should be a lesson for you right there. That should be like adrenaline, like,
Yeah.
that get you all pumped up, and like,
Yeah.
wow, I got through it by the grace of God. I get through it again, so yeah, I'm going through
Mhm.
this, but I'm gonna be, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go
That's
forward.
right.
I'm gonna allow
Right.
myself to stay in this situation, because there's so much more in me.
That's right.
Yeah, it's
That's
so
right.
much more in me. Yeah.
And I know one of the things that you and I, Tawanta, was talking about last night during our planning meeting, we was discussing a lot of the influence of the people around us, of how, a lot of times we don't venture out or we block our blessings because of the influence of our environment, of the people around us. So that's why, ladies, is so important. Everyone who's watching is that you have, a good support system, that you have positive people around you, and those who are not feeding your spirit, mentally,
Mm-hmm.
um, break those boundaries. Try
Yeah.
not to share so much with them. Try not to be around them all the time. Try not to,
Right.
dive into conversations that is the minute they say something is going to trigger you to
Mm-hmm.
influence you or talk you out of what it is that you're really passionate about doing.
Right.
One of the books that I'm reading in the Bible right now is the book of Mark,
Mm-hmm.
and it talks about how during the time Jesus was looking for his 12 disciples. We have to look for those
Mm-hmm.
people that are going to help us to get to that level that's what we want to get to. That's going to be sort of our support system and what have you. You have to look for it. They're not just going to land on you. Like when I hear people say, "I have nobody around me to help or support me," are you looking for anybody? Like,
Right.
are you
Yeah.
joining groups or introducing yourself, or when you get around a crowd of people, are you in the corner not saying
Mm-hmm.
anything? You have to look for that. So when it says, seek and you will find, you got to seek those things and you find it. But if you're not trying to seek it, you're not going to find it. You're going to just take whatever it is that lands on you. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so
Mhm.
important too, ladies, that, life can hit you hard. Woo,
Yeah.
boy. It can really, really hit you hard. You have that season of peacefulness and
Oh,
joyfulness,
yeah.
excitement, and everything is great. And then that storm comes, that season of your life comes that a lot of people dread most of the time. And then some of those seasons are just one of those unexpected storms,
Right.
like now, some of us may, it's sunshine one minute, and the next thing you get this unexpected
Oh, yeah. The
drench of
weather's very
rain.
bipolar.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it kind of messes up your moment or your day because
Mhm.
you had plans or something or whatever. And that's how it is with life. It may be going great one minute, but then you get a phone call, and somebody passed away unexpectedly, or
Mhm.
you go to work that day, but then you find out, you've been laid off.
Mhm.
It's just, and it happens. It
Yeah.
happens. But we can't not continue whatever life presents to us. We
Right.
can't continue to fall back into that same
Mhm.
position of, doubting yourself and,
Mhm.
all of the things. No, you just keep going.
Keep going, keep rising. And another thing, life doesn't stop. It doesn't just stop because we're going through something. We still have to get out of ourselves and still go towards a bigger goal. Like I get the aspect to once of resting and,
Hmm.
you know, you know, have the quiet time, but you still have an assignment to do. We still have to push
Absolutely.
forward. We're always not every day going to feel like it or want to. But
Right.
going back to the topic of tonight, yet
Hmm.
I will. I
Yeah,
don't
I will.
feel like it. I don't see it for myself today. I,
Right.
I'm not vibing today right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not, my energy is not there, but yet I will still.
Hmm.
That's powerful. That in itself, Tawanta, and thank you so much for choosing this topic. That in itself is such a powerful affirmation,
Yeah,
to tell ourselves every single day, right?
I will.
Yeah.
Yeah, yet I will. It's like, it's like a weight. You know how you
Right.
exercise, you get the dumbbells,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
just use that to, to flex, to,
Right.
strengthen your muscles. It's just like that. You take that
Yeah.
dumbbell or you take that word, yet I will, and
Hmm.
you just exercise on that.
Amen. 100%.
Right,
Yes.
because it
Are you
gives
ready for?
hope. It strengthens you. Yes,
Hmm.
it strengthens you. So
Yep.
yeah, yeah, it's something that I think all of us as women, and now that we're in November, wait, it's November 1st or November 2nd. It's November 2nd, right?
It's the second. I thought it was first today too. I was putting one on every day. I'm like, wait a minute. I feel like
I
I did
know,
this
right?
yesterday.
We're in the holiday season now. As far as I'm concerned, this
Yes,
is
we
our
are.
season,
Yes.
and not everybody's ready for that.
Yes. And you know
And
what's so interesting? Like normally during this time of year, I'm always like on panic mode. Like I gotta get the house set up right. I gotta focus on what I'm gonna cook and stuff. But I feel like it's such a sense of peace that hey, that if things does not work out the way I want them to, if things doesn't like it's not organized, like I'm okay with that as long as the children are having fun, as long as we're all healthy. Like that's the biggest thing for me right now is the health part and the joy part and things like that. Because listen, ladies, y'all can have an amazing Thanksgiving dinner, but you could be miserable that whole day. Like you
come
could
on.
just feel like that you just want the day over. So why not
Yeah.
just live in joy and just say, you know what, we're not doing that this year,
Mm,
or
mm,
we're just going to stay home and make it intimate. You know, like
right.
sometimes we feel like we have to do certain things because of tradition purposes, but
Mm,
those are man-made tradition. The overall goal of the holidays is to be thankful and to remember who is the King of all kings. You know, God above us,
mhm.
and be appreciative and thankful that you have a roof over your head, everyone's
Yeah.
healthy, and things like that. So that's how I am for me. It's just like I'm just going to be peaceful with it and just not overdo things like I used to do
Mhm.
all the other years, you know?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Ladies, what we want you to do tonight as well is to put your declaration, yet
Yeah.
I will. What is your yet I will? As we
Hmm.
go through these points, share with us, where are you now currently in your life? You don't have to go in detail about your trial or your challenges, but
Hmm.
the challenges that you're dealing with now, what is your yet I will?
That's right. So our Teresa, our show producer, just said I have to fight my god sister every year because she wants to start Christmas in November. Girl, you tell her, listen, if that's not what you
She
want to
ain't
do,
ready yet.
we ain't ready yet. Come on. I get doing the decorations. A lot of people around here start their decorations on
And
November
yes,
1st.
people are
They get
doing
their Christmas tree. I understand that part. But the overall celebration, let's keep it to December. December's 31 days. Like,
that.
you know, keep it
Hmm.
to that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's
And
how people
Christmas,
celebrate their birthday the whole month. Like the whole month. It's my birthday this whole month. I gotta get gifts and
yeah.
party and stuff. I'm like, girl, you was born on this date at this time, and that's it.
Shoot, that's your
Yeah,
month. Like I'm party, honey. This is my month. This is my celebration. Yeah.
that part.
Yeah. Let's go to number two. Let's talk
Let's
about
go
what
number
number
two.
two. Yet I will. And I got this from you, Tisha, because we were talking yesterday. So yet
Yes.
I will demand success for myself. So I'll let you go ahead and take that
Yeah,
part.
I came up with that quote after listening to a young lady that I follow on YouTube. And
Hmm.
she was saying how, we want to blossom in life. You
Hmm.
have to demand
Hmm.
more from yourself. Like we always demand that people, when they say something, they follow through. We
Yeah.
always demand more clients, demand more customers, demand, being treated the right way. But what are you doing? What are you demanding from you?
Hmm.
So you got to demand more. You have to demand success from yourself and set the bar higher, right?
Right.
Not medium level. Like I hear some people say, well, I'm just coasting and I'm just sort of like living day to day, right?
Mhm.
But again, if you want more, you have to demand more than that. You have to set yourself up higher. And this is and I feel like those of you who struggle with that, the number one way to do that, because I get on client calls all the time, and I feel like from those calls, they want that conversation of, Coach, how can I get higher? How can I do more than what I'm doing now? And I give them that advice. But it's also the same where you guys, building up a tribe of people that are doing more, that has a higher bar than you, so that you can aim up higher. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
also, when you demand more from yourself,
Mhm.
it gets you out of settling, you know.
Mhm.
Every single year you settle. Every single year you have these goals, these dreams, these aspirations, but
Yeah.
by mid-year, by the end of the year, you settled on something that blocked you from that. And then you see so many other people move ahead
Mhm.
because they demanded more. And
Mhm.
I'm not trying to say it's not going to challenge you, demanding more from yourself, and it's not going to step you outside your comfort zone,
Right.
that is not going to force you to venture into other places to invest more, but it's really going to help you to be where you want to go where you want to go in life,
Exactly.
so demand success for myself. There's times where I sit at my computer. I'm like, okay, let me go take a nap. Let me take a break. And I'm like, no, Leticia, you got to finish this.
Yeah.
You got to complete this. You got to, come on, bucker up. Let's do this. Because you
Right.
demand more. You demand more. You can sleep later. You have all this time to sleep,
Mm-hmm.
Demand more from yourself now. So that's what, that statement meant for me. And I hope you guys got a lot of value out of it as well. Mhm.
Oh yeah. So ladies, let me ask you this question. Demand success for yourself. What does success mean to you? Everyone has their own personal definition of success. So whatever your definition of success is, are you demanding that for yourself? Success is not always about the dollar and cents. Success could be that you finally, broke through, uh, uh, you know, um, being rejected. This is something that you've been fighting for. Fighting for a long time. And so now yeah, I'm successful in this part because now I found the remedy, or I found the cure, or I found whatever, and I'm demanding this, to continue to move upward. Just like Leticia said, hey Melvina. Mm, right? I'm moving upward. Just like Tisha said, I'm moving upward, because now I educated myself. I have the tools now as to how to not, how to maintain a certain level and not fall back into that rejection spirit. You know, I demand this. I demand success. I demand, wealth. And wealth doesn't, like I said, it's not always about diamonds. It's not always about dollars and cents. Wealth is all about your life, your wholeness of your life, and you need to look at the areas of your life. Think of your life as a pie. You wouldn't want to go to the store and you find your favorite pie is missing a slice. That's not a whole pie, but they still charge you full value of it. Okay. And so you got to know who you are. And if there are some missing pieces or slices of your life that is not there, then you need to, demand that. You're like, I got to work on this. I gotta elevate myself to do better, to be better. I am better. And that's something you got to work towards too. Because God already made you perfect.
That's right.
He already made you perfect. But we
Mhm.
got to think like that. We
Yep.
gotta think like he thinks, because he don't think like we think.
Nope. Never.
Not our ways. His thoughts is not our thoughts. Come on, right? Okay.
Never. Thank God.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we gotta start thinking the way how he thinks of
Hmm.
us.
That's right.
And,
That's right. Definitely spot on that.
and we gotta practice that. So you gotta develop in that area. You gotta develop
Right.
in that area. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yet I will demand success for myself, because
That's
God
right.
says so. God says I'm successful. God says that, I am a strong woman. I'm powerful. I already win. I'm already victorious. Even though I'm
Hmm.
in this hot situation, even though I'm dealing with crazy relatives, even though I'm, living paycheck to paycheck or whatever it is, yet I'm still a winner, Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry, sis.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I'm
We got
so sorry, Movina. I'll definitely reach out to you
Yeah,
tomorrow. So
yeah,
sorry. My deepest condolences, love.
absolutely.
Yeah. I mean,
Absolutely.
anything in life can hit us just like that.
Yeah.
This is
Just
why
said
we
that
really
too.
gotta live every day and just do everything we can. But
Mm-hmm.
I want to go back to LaShawn's comment, if we could bring that up on screen,
Mm-hmm.
because we were asking a question. For those of you who haven't answered yet, what does
Yeah.
this success mean to you? And
Mm-hmm.
LaShawn says, success for me means accomplishing my goals, small or big. That's
Mm-hmm.
major.
That is major.
Accomplish your goals, and even go into deeper into that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you could want something, but if you're not willing to work for it, it won't happen.
That's the truth.
So
That is,
my biggest thing is, yes, I set goals for myself,
yeah.
but I pray more on my task than anything else, because a goal doesn't mean anything if you don't put in the work. And I hope this really helps somebody.
Yeah.
For me saying this is like, we focus on, I want to make 5K a month, I want to make 10K a month, I want to make 20K. But when it comes time for you to actually get up and walk, No matter how heavy life gets, no matter what hits you get, it,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Mm-hmm.
not going to happen. So we get so in love with the goal, but the goal is such a small part of what it is that we do. Really, it's about the tasks and the work that you have to diligently put in, no
Mm-hmm.
matter what, with a smile on your face, even if inside you feel like it
Mm-hmm.
won't happen. It's like, I don't know if you ever saw the movie Rocky. I used to watch all the.
That's
Yeah,
my
you saw it, right? We grew
favorite.
up watching Rocky. We ask kids these days, you ever see Rocky? What's that? Who's that? But one
Mm-hmm.
of the Rocky episodes, he says it's not about the hits you make. You be in the boxing ring and you hit and you jab, and that
Mm-hmm.
don't mean nothing to a boxer. What matters is, can you take a hit? Because if
Mm-hmm.
you could take a hit over and over and over again and still keep fighting,
Still
that
keep.
makes you the world heavyweight, champion, or get those big belts, for the
Yeah.
season, because you took so many hits and you still kept pushing forward. Like, you can take a hit and it get tired, no matter how hard you hit. But if you take a hit and you get tired or wounded, nobody remembers all the great hits you made, because you're on the floor, you're on the ground. The what is it? The referee counted you out. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like, that's what it's about. It's like, goal setting is great, but really pray and ask God, say, God, please help me today to finish all my tasks. I don't care if I have 5 tasks or 15 tasks. Help me, Lord, to just finish them. I don't
Mm-hmm.
care if I'm up to 1 o'clock in the morning. Help me to
Mm-hmm.
finish them. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
that's the biggest thing, is I want y'all to fall more in love with some work, no matter how hard it is, no matter if you have to ask for help to get through it, you know? And I think that's majorly important for you to accomplish all your goals. And just like LaShawn said, small or big. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And ladies, that word demand, that's a powerful word.
It is.
Okay, you got to own that word.
Mm-hmm.
And a person that says it, they know who they are. But a
Yep.
lot of times when we say it, it could be very intimidating.
Yep.
So, we have to really start exercising and practicing on saying these words, not to intimidate us, but to motivate us, and to elevate us, promote us, and all those things. It's so important to, again, this is all about declaration at this point. These points are declarations for you to write down and to, regurgitate this thing, meditate on this thing, because listen, God knows your story. I don't know your story. Leticia don't know your story. She don't know mine. I don't know hers. So we are going through some things that can really put us down for a little bit. And when we wake up in the morning, we still feel some kind of way, but we still got to make a decision as to how we want that day to be for us. God already had established the day for us. Now it's up to us, right, to make that determination, or how we want that day to be. Do we want to enjoy life more abundantly? Do we want to be, exceedingly glad in this day? Right. And if we do, then we definitely say, yet I will, in spite of, I will demand success for myself today. I'm going to go ahead and take a walk. I'm going to go ahead and, work in that closet, because it's been a
Mm-hmm.
whole 6 months and I've been avoiding that thing. But, it could be therapeutic for me, this, da. Whatever it is,
Yep.
whatever it is, you take that authority. Take it, because it's given to you.
That's
Take
right.
that authority, take that initiative, and be successful today in whatever
Mm-hmm.
it may be, whatever it may
And the
be.
feeling is good when you demand more. You actually accomplish more. You feel very accomplished. You feel very satisfied and complete, in life. And that is definitely important.
Absolutely. So let's move on
Hmm.
to number 3. And
That's
again,
right.
ladies, continue to share with us, your declarations. What is it that you use, that you say, through the course of your day to help you
Hmm.
keep going, to keep you motivated?
That's
So the
right.
third thing, ladies, that we say, yet I will get out of my feelings
Yes, and
and into
focus.
my focus.
Yes.
A lot
Ooh,
of
yes.
us are in our feelings, y'all.
All the
I
time.
see it all the time. We see it on social media. People post their videos. They're in their feelings. There is just so much going
Being
on.
messy,
Yeah,
all
man.
that. It's not worth it. It's just
It's
not.
so not worth it. And when we get caught up in our feelings in this crazy maze, have y'all been in the carnival before? And they have this maze that you go in. It's a glass maze. I think that's what it is, right? You go in and you
Mhm.
try to find the other end, right? And it's a reflecting mirror, and it deceives you. It thinks that you go in the right direction, but you bump your head or whatever, and you trying to find your way out. And that's how your feelings are with you. Your feelings is having you going through this cycle, this maze, and you think you found the solution, but it just fools you, right? And you lose focus. You
Mhm.
lose focus, right? And when you finally get some clarity in your mind, then you realize, like, oh man, I didn't spend the time I was supposed to. I'm supposed to be focused on this thesis. I'm supposed to be focusing on writing this book, or
Mhm.
focusing on writing my plan for my business, because but I got caught up in my feelings. I got caught up in my relationship issues or whatever it is.
Mhm.
And we as women, it's a daily fight for us. It's a
Mhm.
daily fight because by nature, we are emotional creatures. We are emotional beings, right? And it's okay to admit that, but we still need discipline. We still need structure. We still need, God to help us to not get caught and get uh what's the word, get wrapped up in our feelings so much that we miss out on the purpose of why we are here, and what
Mhm.
what is available for us for that day.
That's right.
Okay, so we
That's
got to
right.
get out of our feelings, ladies. We got to
We
say,
do.
I'm done with it. I'm tired of the tears. I'm tired of crying over
Mhm.
the same argument, the same stuff. Because it drains me. Do you know when you get all caught up in your feelings, what does it do? It
Mhm.
drains you. It tires you out,
Mhm.
right? You lose your appetite, or
Mhm.
you use food as your comfort.
Mhm.
All right.
Mhm.
I want you ladies to post that. What is it when you get in your feelings? What is it that you use as a self medication?
Yeah. Use pain as your comfort. So much. So much.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
What is it that you do? What is it? And
Mhm.
be honest, because we all have our little hiccups. We have our little weaknesses. We use it
Mhm.
as our little cushion. Is
Mhm.
it drinking wine? Come on, keep it real. Is it drinking 2 glasses of wine, or till you fall asleep? Is it drinking a whole drinking? Is it eating a gallon of ice cream? I don't know. You tell
What
me.
is it? Yeah.
Yes, you
You
know.
know, being in your feelings can be such a dangerous thing. Especially in the business world, when you're in your feelings in business, you're creating false realities for yourself. Like you're assuming things before you even get out there and try and promote and execute. So that's very dangerous, especially when we are like
Very.
going back to our tasks. We could be
Mhm.
doing our to-do list in our businesses, and all of a sudden we feel like, oh, let me stop. This is not working. No, you're in your feelings right now.
Yeah.
You're not listening to your market. You're just in your feelings. So you got to step out of that. It's good to have feelings. Yes, you should, but there's a certain place and position to do that. Sometimes our feelings pushes us further back.
Mm-hmm.
It gets us off our focus. We have to learn how
Yes.
to depart and
Yep.
get more things done. It can
Mm.
also force us to misunderstand what people are telling us. I see that a lot, especially in some groups. It's like somebody says something and somebody else getting their feelings. It really wasn't even that big of an issue. It's more of like communication flaws. So
Mhm.
don't get in your feelings too much, ladies. Honestly, it's not a good thing.
It's not a good thing, and you take things too personal, you
Mhm.
know. And we got to change this whole. I don't know what you call it, but the society already see us as argumentative.
Yeah.
You
So we
know,
have that defense mechanism up. Yeah.
right? Yeah,
Mhm. Ready
especially
for war.
yeah, especially against women. You
Yeah.
know, one person, she says sleeping and binge TV watch.
Mhm.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
when we watch TV or whatever it is, we try to just not think about the art,
Right.
pain, or the hurt or
I
whatever.
mean, do that if you got everything done. Like I'm fine with
That's
rewarding
true.
yourself, but
Yeah,
like you said, if you're binging on it and you're not getting nothing done and that's what you're doing, then that's not a good thing.
that's
Like
not.
give yourselves to say, like I'm a huge, House of Dragons fan. And I said, well, I'm not going to watch it until I'm done with everything I need to get done, because I can literally sit there and watch over and over again. So yeah, yeah.
And we
There's so
also
many
need to
distractions.
acknowledge, we need to acknowledge why our feelings are hurt.
Yes.
Because, all we're doing is just smothering the pain with.
Or projecting it onto others. That's not good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's not helping anything. That's not helping
Mhm.
you. That's definitely not helping the person that you
It's
injecting
not.
negativity on at
And
all.
also understand when people are projecting their feelings on you. 'Cause sometimes if you get into a situation with someone and they're like coming off negatively, it could be they're projecting onto you. So don't let that get you upset, because they're just projecting. Like, girl, you just projecting right now. So let me set up my blocker so I don't get upset and this conversation goes left.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So ladies, you gotta take care of that first.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta acknowledge, okay, yeah, my feelings are hurt because she said some things that really hurt my feelings and I'm
Mm-hmm.
not really happy about it. And I really don't want to get all caught up in my feelings. So I'm gonna disassociate myself from this atmosphere.
Yeah, you're only hurting yourself.
Yeah, see, you acknowledging this, you are admitting that, and it's all good. That
Mm-hmm.
shows growth, that shows maturity,
Yes, it
right?
does.
And so own that, own it, because who knows, 6 months, 2 years, 5 years ago, you weren't like that. You were ready to go and fight. You probably did fight somebody,
Mm-hmm.
and cuss them out and their great grandmother and everybody in between, but now you have really made a 180 and you are working through all these areas in your life. So, you
Mm-hmm.
know, again, this is a declaration for you. I will get out of my feelings and into my focus. I'm
Mm-hmm.
focused on to be a better person. I'm focusing on to be a better lover. And I don't mean lover in a sexual way. I mean lover in terms of loving life, loving
Right.
self, loving the people around you.
Mm-hmm.
Love the beauty of God, love the beauty of what He has blessed you with. I'm getting out of my feelings and focusing on the promises of what God says for me, what He has for me, what is already available for
Mm-hmm.
me. That's what I mean by this.
Yeah,
Okay. I want you ladies to
absolutely.
get that in your heart and your spirit, right?
Yep.
So but yeah, so get out of my feelings and into my focus. What's the next one? I hope this is blessing every single one of you ladies out here tonight. I hope it is really open up some things in your heart. So yet I will, for number 4, put God first, not my issues.
Mm-hmm.
We got to put God first. I don't care where you are in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Put Him first. In order for your issues to be resolved, or to in order for you to really be in green pastures, you got to put Him first.
Mm-hmm. You have to.
You got to let Him deal with the issues for you.
Right.
There are things that, yeah, you can handle, of course, but there are some other things you can't handle, and it hurts for you, and it hurts us sometimes. There's some things you say, like, oh, I just want to, oh, if I could just end that, oh, I could, you know,
Mm-hmm.
we
Mm-hmm.
get, again, it's back in our feelings again, but we realize we can't do anything, because even if we did, it's going to cause more pain, it's going to cause more separation, it's going to cause more hardship, and you don't want that anymore on your plate. You've been there, done that, right? So
Mm-hmm.
whatever your issues are, you have to say, Lord, I cast them all to you, right? But you got to
Right.
put it first. When you wake up in the morning, He has to be first. Tell
That's
him,
right.
you know, good. I'm
You're
glad.
welcome, Diane. I'm happy to hear that. We're happy to hear that.
Yeah. You have to put Him first. So when you wake up in the morning, you say, God, thank you for allowing me to see another day. Okay, Lord, I'm still feeling some kind of way about what happened last night, but I'm trusting in you that you will resolve my issues.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to enjoy this day that you have made, designed,
Yep. Not spoil it.
just for
Yeah.
me.
Yep.
Right? What you think, Tish? What do you say?
I think definitely if we start trusting God more, we'll stop being so reactive. I
Mm,
know that resonates for me.
good.
It's like I want to just say something, but I'm like, you know what? No, let me pray on it. Let me meditate on it, and things like that. And another thing I realized, Twonta, and this just happened for me just recently, it also happened for one of my clients,
Mm,
where her and I were on a call, and I mentioned an idea to her, and she was like, "Oh my God just confirmed my idea through you." Okay, because sometimes God would tell us something in the spirit, and then he used man to confirm
Mhm.
what he's telling us in the spirit. So this is why I'm saying when y'all bring stuff to God, have some patience. Wait for that confirmation, that window to say, okay, this is where I need to go, and this is the person I need to help
Mhm.
me with it. So that sometimes we are praying for something and then we go just straight into it, and because we have excitement, or we just we just anxious and stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, you gotta give him everything, and just share it. Have like one of the things we were reading up with my children. I was teaching them how to pray. I was like, you gotta talk to God, talk to your friends, but not even any bad language, right?
Right.
This Calhoun,
Calhoun.
yeah.
Calhoun.
Hey y'all, definitely needed this episode of Sister today. Oh, awesome! We're happy you're here. Make sure you like and follow us over here on the YouTube. Make sure y'all subscribe to our channel, y'all. It really, really helps us a lot. Our channel is growing. So
Absolutely.
we love for y'all to follow and like and also share. Thank you for that. Yeah,
Hmm.
so that's what I'm saying. Like, putting God first it's just so important. I feel like we rely on man so much,
Hmm.
and man can be very, very, unpredictable.
Yeah.
Everything that has happened with the pandemic has made us so fearful. And I understand precautions should be met,
Hmm.
but we're now becoming so fearful about life, about what's going to happen next year, next month, or things like that. Oh, girl, you have so many pages, honey. I can't keep up. She said, that's Jamie. Girl, she got so
Oh.
many pages. I can't keep up on her pages. I cannot. I was like, I did not know that was her. Thank you for helping along.
Oh, that's so cool. Awesome. Yeah, we definitely we as women, we are emotional beings by nature. That's just who we are. But we also have, and some of us are able to balance that, balance our emotions.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but there are some of us that has been in this environment for quite some time.
Uh huh.
That they don't know how to, break that cycle. But that's
Yeah.
what
That's a good point. That's a good point you made.
and that's an issue right there. If you just let God take care of that issue, and He will help you to, present yourself differently, when it comes to your emotions and all of those things, right? Okay. So, we have to remember to put Him first every single day. And even during the day, we still got to acknowledge him, you know. Seek ye first. You got to seek who him. So even in the midst of the day, have a conversation with him. That's what he wants us to do anyway. To talk to him about whatever decisions you got to make in terms of your business, or decisions you have to make in terms of your family, or your marriage, or your kids. You know what I'm saying? You put him first. And here it is. This is a holiday season, as we said, right? Thanksgiving is 3 weeks away. So you got to make some decisions soon about family. There's people in your family that, of course, there's issues that has not been resolved. And even though we have the pandemic that separated us for that period of time, yet that doesn't mean that everything's been resolved. People may come back and respond differently, but again, those issues have not been yet resolved. And again, you still feel some kind of way about that. You need to put that in God's hands. Let him deal with that. Talk to him about this. Like, well, Lord, this is my season, my year to have family come to my house. Because, there's people who have the tradition. When my family, my cousins is a big family, they take turns, celebrating Thanksgiving and whatnot. And so everybody comes to their house and whatnot. And if that's something that you do, and if this is your year, then get ready. The family wants to come, but you don't want those issues to be there, right? You don't want to carry that in yourself. So yeah, you gotta put God first. Yet I will put him first. Yet I will talk to him about my problem. Yet I will trust him. Because when you put God first, that means you trust him. When you put God first, that means he's strengthening you, even your weakest moment. Right? When you put God first, you know that everything is all in his care. And all is well with me and my house. When you put God first, it's solidified. Everything is gonna be okay when you put him first. But sometimes we don't put him first. We put our issues, or we put ourselves first. We put ourselves before him. We put him in the bottom of the list because we know we tired of waiting on him. And so we decide to go ahead and say, well, you know what? I'm going to handle this myself. I'm going to handle it my way because it hurts too much. I'm tired of being in depression. I'm tired of being this way. I'm tired of that. And you know how that ends. It doesn't end well for us, right? But thank God for his compassion, and thank God for his patience and his love for us, that he still continues to stand there with open arms for us when we just come back to him in tears and say, Lord, forgive me, repent, I repent, this, that, or whatever. And he just brushes us up, cleans us up, refreshes us up, and we move forward to what he has for us to do. So yeah, put God first, not your issues. Make that your declaration. Again, this is all about declarations now. Make this your declarations every day, and even during the day, you put him first. I know it's not easy to do. You may fall back into the old habit of just like, well, you know what, I'm gonna call my girl, I'm gonna call my bestie and everything. Not saying there's anything wrong with connecting with your sister friend or whatever, but put him first because he already knows the answer to your problems. And that person, your bestie, could be that person could be the messenger. God will be the one to put the word in for her to present to you, if that makes sense, right? So yes, put him first, not your issues. Do not allow your issues to be dominant. Do not okay. Do not allow your issues to control you, control your mood, control your attitude, control your thinking. I mean, because we get caught up in that, and we've been there, done that. We have family members now. We got friends like that now. It's all drama. It's all drama. And at a certain point in your life, you get tired of the drama. You get tired of it, man. And I'm at that point. I'm done with it. I'm done. I move on. I ain't got time. It's too much work for me that needs to be done, and I don't have time to fall back in that same dark space, in that dark world of confusion and irritation. No, I'm going to go ahead and keep moving forward because he's in control of everything because I put him first. He's in control of everything. I trust him. He's in control of everything. I believe he will. It's already done, right? So let's move to number 5, our last point for tonight. Yet I will stand strong because I don't have nothing else to lose. I'm standing strong. I'm standing strong because God has given me the strength. He's given me the strength to keep going. He gave me the strength when I'm tired, right? If y'all remember in the Bible with Elijah and with Jezebel was ready to kill him, right? Because Elijah, God had killed all of the enemy that was serving Baal, and Jezebel was PO'd. She was pissed. She was angry. She was hot. She was all of that, and she was ready to attack Elijah. And Elijah just got totally scared, right? And of course, he ran away or what have you. But even at that darkest hour, at that time, God still refreshed him. He strengthened him. He protected him. He shielded him. He covered him, right? And then at that moment, Elijah, he thought it was a losing battle right there because he was ready to die. He was ready to go, And sometimes when we get caught up in our moments in our life, we want to cave in, we want to quit because it's so tough, it's so hard, it's so scary, it's so frustrating. And you're like, how long do I have to keep going through this? How long do I have to keep going through that? And and it's not that God is punishing you, because God don't. He doesn't punish the people he loves. It's all about developing us. It is all about perseverance. It's all about strength. It's all about your faith. It's all about that. It builds us up to be better, right? But even through that process of development, there's still some things in you that needs to be resolved. There's still some things about you that you need to acknowledge, right? And put right there before him and say, yep, okay, God, I see you've been bringing this to my attention for the past few weeks. I need to definitely deal with this because I see this ain't going nowhere. This ain't helping me. This is not helping me at all, you know? And I definitely need you to help me through this process, because if I don't deal with it now, it's going to pull me back again, and it's going to set me back. And then all that you have for me is going to be put on hold. Your name is on all the blessings that God has assigned for you, but it's not going to be given to you because there are still blockage. There's some things in your life that is blocking the flow of what He has in store for you. So yeah, yet I will stand strong, because I don't want to give up. I'm going to stand strong because, hey, things may look bleak, it may look crazy, but God got me. I'm safe in His arms. I'm protected. He got me. He's still my provider. He's still my protector. He's still pouring, godly wisdom and ideas and visions in my head, and that's building me up. That's motivating me, in spite of the things that's going on around me. Yeah, Thanksgiving is coming up, but Christmas is coming up after that. And even though it's November, December's going to be here before you know it. And I know for a lot of us, we don't want to think about Christmas as of yet, but it's already here, technically. We just want to get through day by day. We just want to get through Thanksgiving first, right? But again, it's all about family. It's all about, it's all about connection, communication. And, when it comes to that with your family, for the majority, it's not like that. It's not consistent. That relationship is iffy, or what have you, right? But you don't have nothing to lose when you stand strong. You don't have nothing to lose when you still continue to speak life to yourself, to your family, to your children. You don't have nothing to lose, because God is right there to guide you. He's there to provide and protect and counsel you, all of that. Yet I will continue to believe. Yet I still have hope. Yet I will have faith, yet I will endure, yet I will prosper, yet I will. I mean, you can add to, you can add to. I mean, I kept it to 5, but there was so many other things that I wanted to put out here, but I didn't want to, overwhelm everybody. Maybe again, we might do this again and maybe a part 2 or what have you. I don't know, but what I put down is enough to get you started, but you can continue to add to that. Whatever your number 6 is, yet I will what? Put it down there and start using these declarations for yourself. We are all going through some emotional pain. We are all going through some setbacks in life. But the whole goal is to, for me and Leticia to come here tonight, is just to remind you of who you are, to encourage you and to motivate you and inspire you all, right? To not give up, to not give up. Don't give up. Don't cave in. Don't quit. I get it. It's painful. It hurts. You're frustrated. You're angry. You all of that. You're annoyed, right? You're emotionally tired. You're physically tired. Your body's been going through a lot. I mean, some of you probably have been going through the doctor back to back to back, taking different tests and all those things like that. Some were positive. Some were not so good or whatever, and it kind of have you in limbo, emotional limbo, going through that seesaw emotional effect. But again, as I said before, about put God first, not your issues. That's what I mean. You got to give it all to Him so you can be at rest. You can be in that spiritual rest. You can just walk in calmness. You can walk in peace, because that God got you. That you are healed, right? That God is He's providing for you. He has been, and He will continue to provide for you. That's never going to end until you leave this earth, right? He's there to keep you company, because sometimes we get lonely too. Some of us get a little bit, a bit lonely sometimes. But God is your ever-present help, right? He sticks closer than any brother. He is your bestie. He's your best friend. He's your counselor. He's anything and everything you need at this moment of your life. So we got to learn how to practice that. We got to learn how to initiate that, right? Make that a mandate for us. You get up in the morning, talk to God first. I talk to God all the time. I really, really do. I don't care. I talk to him all the time. Like I'm talking to y'all right now. That's how I talk to him. I'm serious, and it's me and him. And, I tell him my heart because he already knows what my heart is, what I'm going through. He already know my thoughts before I even open up my mouth. And same thing applies to you. He already knows your thoughts. And we gotta stop allowing the devil to trick us like that. You know, we think that what we say in our head that nobody knows what we're saying. Oh yeah, God knows exactly what you're saying. He knows your thoughts. Right? And you think you're getting away with what you're thinking about or whatever, how you feeling and all those things. And yep, you go ahead and say, well, I'm good, I'm fine, I'm not hurt, I'm no but really deep down inside your heart, girl, you are a hot mess. You are fuming, you are irritated, you this, that, or whatever. But again, you stand strong, right? You don't give up, you don't throw in the towel. You just don't you just keep going. And of course this season is coming up, and again, just believe that the good days are coming. Every day is a good day. It all depends on how you make it. Okay, it all depends on how you make it. Every day is a good day, right? Your day could be the best day ever, even though you got less than $1.50 in your pocketbook or something. But it's a great day because you're alive. You may not have a whole lot in your cupboard, but you got something to make a meal. And I know it's painful or what have you. I've been there. I know because I've been there, Lord Jesus. But I'm grateful to God that trouble don't last always, right? Trouble don't last always. And that I know that God continues to still take care of me better than I have been taking care of myself and my family and all of that. So yeah, yet I will stand strong because I don't have nothing to lose. So let's go back, just recap on these points, because I know some of you came in a little later. So number one is, yet I will not block myself from growing. Again, it's not the people in our inner circle or even outer circle that contributes to that. At the end of the day, it's about you. We are the one that blocks ourselves from growing, right? But we make that declaration that we're not going to do that anymore, right? The second thing that we also need to say or declare to ourselves, yet I will demand success for myself. Okay, demand that. That's a powerful word. Success is a word that only you can define for you, because everyone that's listening to the sound of my voice has their own personal definition of success. The third point, yet I will get out of my feelings and into my focus. Ladies, we got to get out of our feelings now. We got to get out of our little box or whatever you want to call it and start focusing on the promises of what God says He has for your life. Okay. The fourth thing that we need to declare for ourselves, yet I will put God first, not my issues. Always put Him first, right? And the fifth one, the last one, ladies, yet I will. What's the fifth one? Yet I will stand strong because I don't have nothing to lose. I don't have nothing. And you should say it with ease, honey. I'm standing strong because I don't have nothing to lose because God got me. Right? And put a smile on your face, honey. And go ahead and get you a lollipop or something or ice cream cone, honey, and just be happy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, ladies, these are our points that I wanted to share with you tonight. Leticia, she was having technical issues on her end. Hopefully she'll come back. I don't know what she had mentioned at the beginning of the show because I came a little late too because I was coming from my class. But of course, we have our afterglow. We have an afterglow that we do after the show, and that's a private event, of course, meaning that it's not publicized or anything like that. But of course, I know Therese has already put the link out there for you ladies to click on once we are done with the show. But that's the moment where we can recap on tonight and also talk about other things. We're only there for good 45 minutes to an hour, give or take, depending on how deep the conversation is. But yeah, that's what we do. We come on at the end of the show and just have ourselves a good conversation. Also, I'm pretty sure she didn't mention about the self-care event. The self-care event, ladies, which is awesome. I'm so excited about this self-care event. It's called Coffee and Cream. Coffee and Cream, and it's going to take place November 19th at 11 a.m. So it's like a brunch meetup, and it is $20 to register and to also receive your packet. We have a few people that already signed up for this event, so ladies, make sure you don't miss out on this event. It is a private event. It will not be, of course, publicized or that kind of thing. It's going to be um, 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 on Zoom. That's what I'm trying to say. And well, we're going to get the opportunity to come together, have fun, try on samples, but we also get the chance to talk about whatever and talk about anything and everything, right? But this self-care event is something that Leticia and I really take dear at heart, and and just for us sisters just to have fun and to really just enjoy each other's company, and all that good stuff. We learn about our skin, our bodies, or whatever, but we also take in the love for each other, and the support that we also put in, that grows in this connection of our self-care event, if that makes sense, right? So do we have anything for what's news, Therese? I think I did put something out there this past week. Our what news segment is a segment that God put in my spirit a while back, where we actually introduced to you some articles that does not get publicized, as far as like on your 6 o'clock news or anything like that. So we go behind the scenes and we come across some articles that we want to share with you all, and let you see what's going on in the neck of the woods, and what's happening in our world and all those things, right? So this is one I had posted, and I'm pretty sure we already have been aware of this. I'm pretty sure it might have probably been posted in the news, but this is about the recalls of Clorox. It recalls 37 million bottles of Pine Sol that could contain bacteria. And any of you ladies who cleans your house and you use Pine Sol, Pine Sol is like a classic cleaning product. And I know now a lot of people are not really using it anyway as a rule because of the chemicals that's in it anyway. Some people are more prone to the eco-friendly type of cleaning products, and that's all good, but it's still, people are still using it. So just to bring this to your awareness, ladies, about that 37 million bottles, so that's pretty much. And then you can see they have all of the products that they have already pulled off the shelves at your local stores, whether that be Kroger's, Walmart, or any place that sells Pine Sol or any other products that's part of that, under that umbrella, under that brand. They have already pulled that out. And some of you probably have noticed that in your stores, and you're like, what's been going on? Why there's no Pine Sol? I'm the traditional girl. I use the lemon one anyway. I have some Pine Sol, but I have the big economy kind of thing. So it doesn't apply to this because I had mine for a good while. But any of you who have recently bought Pine Sol, then you definitely can go ahead and get your money back. That's another thing too. So your money's not going to waste, but you can get your money back. So if you just get a chance to check out this article and read on that, it should give you some information as to how to do that, right? But I think that's all I had wanted to share with you. Is there any more? If not, then we're going to go ahead and exit off of this thing, and we probably see Leticia in our afterglow. But other than that, ladies, I hope this truly blessed you. I hope this came right on time. For some of you have already had commented that this was an on time show for you. You needed this because, again, we are all going through. And just pray for one another too, guys. Just pray. You don't have to know everybody in person. Everybody's going through. We're supposed to pray for one another. We're supposed to pray for our neighbors, and pray for the world, because people are, honey, people are going through some stuff. My goodness. And here's the things that that is just heartbreaking, man. So yeah, we don't know what is going on behind the scenes, or I would say behind those pretty glass doors, people's homes, depending on where you live in. You know what I mean? We just don't know. But again, There's nothing wrong with praying for one another. That's free. That's free. They don't cost you nothing but to pray for your neighbors, right? Because you want somebody praying for you, honey, right? Okay. But other than that, guys, you all have a blessed night. We're going to head on over to the afterglow. You guys take care, and we will see you soon.